road trip. Not that much of a road trip. I'm coming back here at night, but never played at Prairie Meadows, which is in Altoona, Iowa. Pretty much Des Moines, it looks like on the map, but officially Altoona. And it's about 2 hours east of here, so not that far. Drive the 2 hours, come back, it's a Friday. Wanted to get out a little earlier because I've heard the staffing and the customer service isn't that great. I've heard like if they have 2 tables going, they won't do anything to like start a 3rd table, possibly. That's happened in the past. They won't ask a dealer to come in on a day off. They won't call a dealer, ask him to come in early. A floor is like unwilling to deal. So wanted to get there earlier and just deal with a week early game in the hopes that at least I have a seat when things pick up a little at night. It's like 3:30 almost. Wanted to be there at like 4. It's not gonna happen. I'll get there before 6. So hope I get a seat, get some play in, and I'll see you in Altoona. All right, found it. Longer drive than I thought. Tough to get this type of hat on with one hand. Let me show you the entrance. Casino. Hotel. Here's the casino. All right, I'm inside. That's the good news. Don't know where the poker room is. For some reason, I'm on the 2nd floor. Not really sure why I'm on the 2nd floor, but I am. That was the most thorough bag check I've ever had in my life, bringing this into the casino. I don't know where poker is, but I'm in a designated smoking area, so figure poker isn't all that close to me. Probably gonna go look on the 1st floor. Did see the track. You'll see that picture when I do the slideshow. It's a horse track, among other things, and I gotta go find poker. I tried calling in from the street, from the road while I was driving. No call-ins. I like that, but if they never get if they never open a 3rd table, I'm worried 2 tables are gonna be full and I'm gonna have to wait all night, so gotta go find the poker. All right, I was on the 2nd floor. I found it. I'm on every list. There are 3 games going of 1-2, but we have a long interest list for 2-5. We have a long interest list for 2-3. So if they start any new table of any game, I'll be on that new table, 9-handed here. Poker room is right behind the corner. And I'm just waiting with these awesome lights changing colors above me. All right, I showed the outside of the casino, but I got this nice still shot while I was outside. Went inside and went up the escalator. 1st floor has stuff. I think the steakhouse was down there. Casino's on the 2nd floor. Took the escalator up, found soda machine, Coke products. Also on the right there was a coffee. One of the products in there, it's tough to see, mellow yellow. You don't usually see that. I've never had it, but it's there. Also found where you could watch horse races. There were none going on. It was cold and snowing, but they had ample seating, and you could even see the seating outside for when the weather permits horse races. Wanted to get a picture of this because it's actual prices at this like coffee shop bakery area. These things would be like $9 at least in Vegas, and probably not taste as good in Vegas. Picture of an empty table. Really like this actually. There's not really a betting line. I mean, there is. I like when inside the line is a completely different color than outside the line. Like the same things on basketball courts. When inside the 3-point line is just a different color than the rest of the court. You don't usually see that. And vents on the floor. This was the same in a talking stick. Showed that last year. Not a big deal in the poker room when you can't smoke, but that's why it's there, to blow smoke. But when it's cold, you can feel the air conditioning. Hate when air conditioning vents are like really far away, like 20 feet up in the ceiling, and you can't actually feel it. And got you a close-up of the Prairie Meadow chips. You can see I wasn't making it up. Altoona, Iowa. Alright, done playing. Somehow perfect. No music in the side of the casino. Wanted to say at the table it sounded like this is a state-run, not-for-profit casino. Never heard of such a thing, but that's what the conversation led me to believe. I know in Europe there are some government-run casinos. Never heard of that in the US, but it's happening here. Some information about the games. So, you have 1-2. I played that for most of my time. 100 to 300. And $6 max. 10% rake. $6 maximum, and either 0 or 1 comes out each hand for the promo. 2-3 didn't go. but there was an interest list, so I saw the buy-ins, 200 to 500 on the 2-3, and I imagine the rake and the promo are the same thing. I don't know for a fact. And I started, the first game I played was 2-5, so I was on every list. They opened a 2-5, that's how I got my first seat, and then when they opened a 1-2 later, I went to the 1-2. But I was playing 2-5 briefly, 200 min, 1000 max, and I actually didn't even look at the plaque for the rake, but I imagine the same thing, $6 max, 10%. And $1 coming out for the promo. I think the only promo was the bad beat. It was flashing on the monitor with the board. Right now it's 118,546. I'm definitely getting the first 3 digits correct. I'm not sure about the last 3. It's pretty big. Actually, some guys on the 2-5 table were saying there was a hand about a week ago where a guy folded and would have hit a straight flush and beaten another qualifying bad beat hand. So they were making fun of him for folding, but 118, that's a lot, especially a lot in a small room. Only $1 max coming out of the of each hand. 7 tables total. Right now, as I'm leaving, 6 tables are in use. So what I had heard about like them not being staffed here and them not opening new games, I didn't experience that. 7 tables exist in the room, 6 are running, 5 of them right now are 1-2 tables, and there's that 1-2-5 game. They killed the 2-3 interest list. It was pretty much the same people on the 2-3 list as were on the 2-5 list. So once they opened the 2-5, they killed the 2-3. Everything is 9-handed. I think I have more information. I have to look at my phone though. Straddle, I guess in each game it's exactly double the big blind. Sometimes in a 1-2 game, the straddle is 5 just because it's easier for like making change and things like that, but no, it was 4. It was $10 in the 2-5 game, and the straddle in the 1-2 game was 4. I imagine in the 2-3 game it's 6, although that game didn't run. A couple of great notes here, things that don't usually happen. First, one poor thing is that buy-in at the main cage. I've bought in at the main cage more times in 2025 than I have the rest of my life. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of poker rooms that don't really have chips in the room. 2 great things though. When your seat is open and they announce your name and that your seat is open, it gets announced through the entire casino. A lot of places, it's just, you need to be pretty close to the poker room to hear it. Not here. The whole casino hears it. That's awesome. Also, they color up everything at the table. They color up the promo drop, they color up the rake, they color up the tips. So like in Council Bluffs, the rake is 7 max per hand. So if there's a max rake hand, there's 1 $5 chip and 2 $1 chips over the rake chute, and they drop all of it at once. Here, when it's $6 max here. So if there's a max rake pot, $6 is coming out. There's 1 $5 chip and 1 $1 chip. They'll drop the 5 as soon as the hand is over, and they'll put the 1 on the side, and they'll keep doing that. And then when that stack of 1s becomes 5 $1 chips, then they change it out of the rack for 1 $5 chip, and they drop that. That's awesome. Not saying every room has dealers that could handle that, because there's a lot going on, but if you could, that's awesome. They do it with the tips, they do it with the promo also, and it requires fewer fills because you're not dropping so many 1s in the tip boxes. You're not dropping 1s at all. I guess in the tip boxes a little bit. If like the last hand you get dealt before you change tables, you get a tip, you just put that in your tip box. But the rake is only $5 chips, the promo is only $5 chips. So a lot of $1 chips are staying on the table and in the rack. So it's fewer fills, and that's what matters for us. What matters for the security guards when they take the boxes, they either don't need to take them as often, or when they take them at the same frequency, they're not as heavy. So I like it for the poker, just that it saves time because there's not as many fills going on. All right, my guess is they built this thing so I could put my camera in the corner and get it out of the wind to finish this video. 3 things. Guy walking behind me out of the casino asked me if I was a bodybuilder because he could see my calves. Not a bodybuilder. Second thing, I remember in Pennsylvania saying the price of the cheese slices. It's like a way to compare casinos. Cheese slice at the Paddock Grill, $4. Last thing, hopefully I could get home and get this video up Saturday the 15th. If so, you're seeing this a day after it all happened. Trying to make more videos like that, videos that are very quickly published after the filming. Hopefully this is another. And remember, you thought the video was ending, not ending yet. One more thing, the guy in the 8 seat who wouldn't shut up, by the way, so annoying. But he said every time he plays at the Horseshoe Council Bluffs, he wins. It's so easy. Everyone there is a tournament player. I don't know what all those words mean together. He said a lot of things. I tried to tune him out the best I could, but some of it got through. I heard that part, thought I would relay that information to you. And remember, rice is a spoon food.